William Sanders Oury came to Tucson in 1856. Mr. Oury had a lot of jobs when he got here. He was a cattle rancher, newspaper publisher, first mayor of Tucson, Pima County supervisor, city council member, Pima County sheriff, county clerk, first president of the Arizona Pioneer Historical Society, and ringleader of the Camp Grant massacre. But Bill Oury had an interesting life even before he got to Tucson. He was born in Virginia in August 13, 1817. At 16, he came to Texas looking for adventures. He was at the Alamo in 1836, but was sent on an errand just before the famous battle started, so he missed it. At 23, Billy was still looking for a good fight. He joined the Texas Rangers. In the Texas Rangers, he got to shoot Comanches in his main job. One of those times was at the Battle of Plum Creek. The Battle of Plum Creek actually started March 8, 1840 in San Antonio. Comanche chiefs and their wives had come to make a peace treaty, but the Texas soldiers killed most of them. That summer, there was one chief still alive, Chief Buffalo Hump. He led a raid in revenge against the Texas who killed all his friends. Buffalo Hump and his men stole a lot of horses and killed some of the white people and their slaves along the way. On August 11th, Oury and the rest of the Texas Rangers found Buffalo Hump at the Plum Creek. They killed 80 Comanche warriors, but Buffalo Hump got away. By 1849, Billy Oury and his New Mexican wife, Inez, ran off to California to strike it rich as 49ers, but he didn't find any gold. In 1856, the Ourys decided to go back to Texas. They stopped in Tucson on the way home and never left. Bill and his friends, like Sam Hughes, Hiram Stevens, A.P.K. Safford, and John Wasson, were getting rich as cattlemen and merchants on the land that being the home of the Apache for hundreds of years. They got really mad when Apaches like the Chiricahua, led by Cochise, would raid their ranches. So, on April 30, 1871, Bill led a vigilante group of about 140 Anglo-Mexican and Tohono O'odham men to Camp Grant. Camp Grant was about 50 miles north of Tucson. This was where the Aravaipa Apaches had surrendered as prisoners of war. Starving and tired, the Aravaipa Apaches had turned in their guns to the U.S. Army months before. A different band of Apaches had allegedly attacked the San Javier mission and stolen horses and mules a few weeks earlier. But the Aravaipa were defenseless, so that was who Oury and his men attacked. In a speech to the Pioneer Historical Society, Bill Oury said,
"Not a single man of our company was hurt to mar the full measure of our triumph."
More than 100 Aravaipa Apache were murdered just before dawn as they slept. Many of them were women and children. Some of the children that didn't get killed were sold as slaves in Mexico or given to rich families in Tucson to work as servants. The night before, the Aravaipa men had given a dance to celebrate months of peace with the U.S. Army. Sherman Curley, an Apache who survived the attack, said,
"The next day, one man went down to where we were dancing. He found lots of dead Apaches there. Some of the women and girls who had long, nice hair. They had cut a round place right out of the scalp, leaving the hair on, taking it with them. I don't know why they did this."
There was a trial later. Everyone who took part in the massacre was found not guilty. Then they named streets, schools, neighborhoods, and buildings like the Oury Center after themselves. Years passed and the people forgot who the names of these buildings belonged to and what they had done. Willie Oury died at his home in Tucson, Arizona on March 31, 1887.